there. And today it's Sunday, so it's all about fun, having fun on our quiz, and learning lots of really interesting dynamic English. And today we're doing one of my favorite topics because I'm in charge. I get to say what we're doing. Unless you have a request, of course, you can always drop a request in the chat if you want me to cover, any kind of topic in the lives. That's our back screen, our background for today. Thought I'd bring a little bit of the Irish in. Hope everyone is having a fantastic Sunday, no matter where you are in the world. Drop in and let me know where you're watching from. I'm in Dublin, in Ireland, the home of shamrocks and green and lots of fun stuff. It's a great place to live. Let me know where you're watching from. If you're one of my regulars, drop into the chat and let me know who you are. Say hi, where you're watching from, and in a few minutes we'll just wait for some people to join the live and we will get straight into our quiz. Today we are covering Minecraft, we're covering Star Wars, Star Trek, we're covering Game of Thrones, and we're covering Marvel. It's Sunday. It's a little bit of a lighter mood today, but it's still going to be a tricky quiz. And if you're watching later after the live, you can turn on the chat and have a look and see what people are guessing. Just scroll down and swipe across from the comments, and you can monitor the chat and see what people are guessing. And drop into the comments as well. If you're watching afterwards, join in the fun and drop in your answers. I will definitely be responding later. So yeah, happy Sunday. I slept in today. I didn't get up until like 11 or half 11. So, lazy day. But I spent the afternoon getting this quiz ready, going through all my favorite topics and, thinking up good questions for you guys. So yeah, nice chilled. Spent some time with a friend last night, and it's a good weekend so far. So yeah, let me know where you're watching from. Not that many people on today. Is it because it's Sunday and everyone's chilling? Everyone's taking a day off. I took the day off from the live yesterday, just to have a day off because I do the live 6 days a week. So yeah, I can appreciate. But it's okay if we only have a few people here today. We're still going to have lots of fun, and we're going to cover lots of interesting vocabulary. And these are going to be tricky. I'm not going to lie. So yeah, if you're one of my regulars, jump on. Make sure to like the video, share it with a friend, maybe challenge them to some English quizzes. And yeah, how's everybody doing? Make sure and jump on in the chat and let me know. I usually have my regulars here. I have lots of regulars now. I've been doing the live for a month or two. And here's a regular into the chat already. Lippy Dusha, hello, hello, welcome back. You are the first. Yes, you are. How will you do in the quiz today? Let me just turn on the brightness a little bit so you can see me a little bit better. You're the first, so how are you, Lippy? Let me know in the chat how you're doing. Are you having a nice Sunday? Nice sunny day here in Ireland for a change. The sun is actually blinding. But yeah, nice day. Everything is going well. Chilled. I have my tea as always. And I'm ready to quiz. So if this is your first time watching, make sure and subscribe. We're doing a quiz today on vocabulary, and a really interesting one. We're doing sci-fi fantasy quiz. So I'm going to be checking everyone's vocabulary today and really stretching your abilities. There's going to be some tricky ones. I'm going to be asking you to write sentences. And yeah, there's going to be some rules today in the quiz. So it's going to be tricky. It's going to be really tricky. So I'll just wait for a few more people to jump on. Everyone's very slow to jump on today. Where are all my regulars? All I have is Lippy. Lippy, it might just be me and you today, but I hope you're ready for a good quiz. So today, after this, I think I'm going to go shopping. I might just go down to the supermarket. I've become obsessed with kimchi lately. And there's an Irish brand of kimchi that's really delicious. And I've gone crazy. I've been having it every day. So much so that my cousin wants to try some, so I have to pick her up some, and I might drop it over to her later. But yeah, good Sunday, relaxed, chilled. How am I, Lippy? Thank you for asking. I'm great. Yeah, all good. Chilled, relaxed. I have a busy week ahead. On Friday, I'm going to Glasgow So I'll have to figure out during the week what I'm going to do with the lives. I still might be able to come on. I'm going to stay with my friend for a few days, so I could jump on for an hour, run up to the bedroom and do a fun live with you guys. Maybe I'll do some Scottish vocabulary or something. So everyone, if you're here for some Game of Thrones, some Marvel, some Star Trek, some Star Wars, you've come to the right place. I'm going to be quizzing you today on lots of vocabulary. I'm going to be asking you to describe things, to use adjectives, verbs, nouns, lots of different vocabulary to really test you today and to see how good you are at describing things in English. And you might be thinking, oh, I don't know anything about Marvel or Star Trek, but some of these things you will just be looking at and describing. So you can describe the character, you can describe their appearance, you can describe what you think you might know, or just take a guess. There's no kind of, well, there is some wrong answers. But yeah, dive in and let me know. So I think, just going to jump in. There's not many people on, not many people jumping into the chat today. I hope the algorithm hasn't forsaken me. But yeah, let's jump on and just start and see how we go. So the first kind of universal thought. Hi, Lee DH and Guru. Thank you so much for joining. Hi, Lee. Thanks for jumping on and saying hi. I hope you're ready for the sci-fi and fantasy quiz today. Arabica, hello, hello. Where have you guys been? I've been on live for a few minutes. I've been starting to worry. All my regulars had left me. Thank you so much for jumping on. So as you can see, it's time for another quiz. And today's topic is sci-fi, fantasy, all my favorite things. We're doing Marvel, Minecraft, Star Trek, Star Wars, and Game of Thrones. So, hi Stabworthy. It is the famous Jer. I don't know about famous, but yeah, it's me. So, I'm going to jump in with some quiz. The first 10, we have 50 slides today. I was really hard at work. And the first universe we are going to look into is Marvel. Okay. So, this is going to be a tricky one. So, this guy, I want you to describe his powers to me without using the word spider. This is gonna be really tricky today. You're famous to me and my dog, Jared. Thank you so much, Stabworthy. So jump in, have a go. Describe what the powers, the abilities of this character are without using the word spider. A tricky one. What can he do? What does he do? What can he do? What's his special abilities? Balance. Very good. Very good. Balance is a key part of Spider-Man's abilities. He can balance on, edges and, you know, flying through the air or whatever he does through the air really, takes a lot of coordination and balance. And he has those kind of extra skills, doesn't he? So Stabworthy's coming in with his powers are enhanced agility, strength, crawling on walls, and precognitive sense of danger. Wow. Wow. I think you covered everything, Stabworthy, and amazing English there. He can bite like a crocodile. Lee DH, have you seen? Do you know who this is? Tesseract. Hi, Tesseract. And what a great name, Tesseract, for our Marvel, for starting off with Marvel. Web shooting. Yes, exactly. Web shooting. So he has, depends on which Spider Man you're looking at, but he has webs in his wrists that he can. So yeah, amazing. Stabworthy really got in there with all the lots of the powers. So yeah, enhanced agility, strength. I think he's as strong as the Hulk, isn't he? Yeah. So Spider-Man has enhanced agility. That means he can, he's much more limber. He's much more of a gymnast. He can do, all of his actions can be done with much more superpower and precision. He's super strong. He crawls on walls and he has precognitive sense of danger. So he can sense bad things just before they happen, can't he? So yeah, and he can shoot webs, as Tesseract has said. Can't bite like a crocodile, I'm afraid. Stabworthy is saying web shooting is a power in Tobey Maguire movies, but in every other version he has built in web shooters out of technology. Perfect, Stabworthy. Well done. Very well done. I love you're obviously very into Marvel like me. I think Spider-Man would be He would be one of my favorites. Okay, so I want you to describe this character's abilities. Who is this? This is Black Widow. But I want you to describe her abilities without using the words fighter or the words spy. So, what can she do? What's her powers? Does she have powers? I think she might have some powers, maybe in the comics. But let's keep it to the MCU, the film and movie universe. What can she do? And can you describe her without using these two words, fighter or spy? So let's have a look. As strong as the Hulk is debatable because Hulk's powers come from his rage. He gets stronger if he gets angrier. His power is seemingly limitless. Sabworthy, you know an awful lot about comic books, and yeah, it's true. The Hulk, the more angry the Hulk gets, the stronger he gets. So if he's having the worst day ever, he's pretty much unlimited in his power. So Guru is saying intuition. Yeah, as a spy, as someone who, partakes in her type of work, she would have to have an awful lot of intuition, wouldn't she, about how things are going to happen with people. She can maybe predict, outcomes. She's very intelligent. Kung Fu, like Jackie Chan. Well done, Lee. Yeah, so that's where I was kind of coming from with not using this word of fighter. So yeah, Black Widow can do kung fu. Is there another term we could say maybe? Kung fu is a specific type of martial arts, but oh, I just gave it the word away. Martial arts. That's what I was going to say. She's a martial artist. Jer, you could let me teach class today. This is my forte, definitely. But this is just Marvel. We have Star Wars coming up, Star Trek, Minecraft, and Game of Thrones. So these are all my realm of interests. So yes, I think I could match you in the things that I know too about Marvel. I'm a bit of a Marvel nerd. So we'll see what happens, Stabworthy. We'll see what happens. The game is on. Okay, so I want you to describe this scene. This scene is from the film Thor Ragnarok. But I want you to describe what's happening without using the word fight or the word punch. So you can use some words, you can make a sentence if you want. Jump in and have a go. What is happening in this scene? We have Thor, we have Hulk from the movie Ragnarok, Thor Ragnarok. So let me know what is happening. Hi, Sai, how are you? Thanks for joining. After Marvel and Star Wars, I tap out. I'm sure you might be able to still be able to get some of the words that are coming. They're not all crazy. It's not really about knowing. You don't really have to know much about each universe. So I'm oh guru, oh gosh, I'm pretty dull in this genre. Well, just jump in. I mean, it's more about the English, and describing what you're seeing. You don't have to know really anything about it. So Tesseract is saying power. Yes, there's an awful lot of power going on here. Physical power, emotional power, anger. Hulk and Thor are between a physical conflict. Yes, Aaron. Perfect. And hello, Aaron. Yes, Thor and Hulk are having a physical conflict. Thor versus Hulk from Stabworthy, a clash of the champions battling for the entertainment of the populace. Wow, beautiful, beautiful Stabworthy, great. David versus Goliath. So when we say David versus Goliath, this is referring to the biblical or mythological tale of a small guy fighting a big guy. But these two are pretty even, aren't they? I mean, as we said earlier, Stabworthy said the Hulk can get stronger and stronger, but I think they're quite well balanced, aren't they? A roar. Yes, the Hulk is roaring here, isn't he? He's shouting. A scream is not a roar. A roar is more about passion and, aggression, where a scream could be more, ah, being frightened. So, yeah, there's a roar here going on, isn't it? Aggression, combat. Aaron, hi. Yeah, bro, hi. Busy for this week. Big festival going on in India. Yes, happy Diwali to all my Indian viewers. I know it's tomorrow and it goes over a few days. So happy Diwali to everybody. I hope I'm saying it right. I hope you all have a wonderful festival and enjoy. And don't worry if you miss a few lives. We'll be catching up next week. So yeah, what would I say here? I would say Thor and Hulk are engaged in combat in an arena. Stabworthy really got it well there. We have some audience in the background who are enjoying a spectacle. These two big warriors are going to have a big combat and to see who the victor is. A melee fight. Hi, Crunel. That's fantastic. A melee fight. Yeah, a melee fight's another word for like a physical fight. Mo Luckman, hi, how are you? Thanks for joining today. Certainly right pronunciation. Yeah, Diwali, I'm saying it right? Good, good, good. Yeah, happy Diwali to everybody. And yeah, I'm having a great Sunday. We're doing my favorite topic today. So I don't know if people are going to like this, but we are focusing on English. Melee is such a great word. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Average day in Joburg. Rian van Vick, hello to you. Thor and Hulk, two fighting monsters, are fighting in an arena like Pokemon. Very well done, Aaron. Yeah, like when we think of an arena, we think of two Pokemon going together. And yes, we have that. It's an arena or a stadium, and we have weapons and aggression and combat. So, yeah, well done, everybody. So, let's move on to our next one. So, what type of fighter is this? We have a specific word, and the clue here is these things here. So, this type of person, and this word is used for the sport or for someone who is, does this type of combat. So, what word am I looking for? What is this type of fighter called? And we have the clue here with the arrows. So let's have a look. Krunal is in with archer. Stabworthy is saying archery. Lee D is saying archer. Guru archery. Rian van Vicken archer. Very good. And Stabworthy is saying like Robin Hood. Bow and arrow called archer. You're all correct. Well done. So the topic is archery, and he, whose name is Hawkeye, he is an archer. Okay, and can anyone tell me what his main ability is? Can anyone tell me, as an archer, what is he really good at? Obviously he's good at doing that, but what's he kind of famous for? His aim. Yes, well done, Cornell. Aim, or would we have another word for it? The sight. His sight. Yeah, I suppose his aim and his vision would be very, begins with a word P, the word I'm looking for. I bought two baggy jeans, four shirts, three t-shirts, and two pairs of shoes. That's good. Well done, Aaron. You did well. Precision. Well done. Cornell was in with precision. That is the word I was looking for. Agility. Yeah, his precision would be part of his agility. But yeah, precision. That's the word I am looking for. He is pretty much always hitting his mark, hitting his target, isn't he? So an archer with precision, and probably maybe the best precision in the world. His perfect precision skill. Yes, perfect, Aaron. Well done. Okay, let's move on. Maybe not too much of a popular character, really. I quite like the first movie. So this is Captain Marvel. What are her powers? And I don't want you to say she's strong. We know she's strong. But what other ways can you say she's strong? Or, even a similar word. There's another ST word that we can use. So she's strong. What other words can we say? What can she do? Yeah. Hello, Aurora. Hello to you. Welcome to my nerdy English quiz today. Lots of useful English. Her power is being boring. Stop. I like her. I like the first. The second movie wasn't great, but the first movie was good. I quite liked it, and it was very successful. It got like 1 billion, I think, in the box office. Lee DH, I don't know her. So this is Captain Marvel, and she is very powerful, refreshing background. Oh, I'm glad you like it. I'm doing my Irish shamrocks today. I don't know. Okay, so is she Supergirl, Superwoman? Yeah. Hi, Jerry. Yeah, so she kind of is. She is, okay, I said the word strong, but she has high strength, okay, very, very high durability. She can fly, I think, pretty much the speed of light. She has kind of cosmic powers. She got her powers from the Tesseract, I think, and looks like Wonder Woman. She is a bit like Wonder Woman. She's powered by Infinity Stone. She can fly. She shoots beams of energy from her hands, and she has tremendous durability. Also strong, like you said. Yeah, she is strong. But we could say, instead of saying strong, she's very powerful. She's very physically. She's strength is another one. She's a lot of strength. She can breathe in space. Yeah, I don't get that thing with the breathing. Telepathy, no. But we might have my favorite character coming up soon who might have a little bit of telepathy going on. Okay, So Captain Marvel, not very popular one. I don't watch Marvel. Aurora, don't worry. You can sometimes just say what you see and have a guess, and you'll know a lot of them. And there's other genres coming up than Marvel. So this is my favorite character, Wanda Maximoff, the Scarlet something. So describe Wanda's powers. She's kind of unusual in her powers, but what are her powers? And I don't want you to use the word magic. See what you can say. Stabworthy loves Captain Marvel. Yeah, I quite like her too. So Jerry's saying she is a witch. Oh, Aaron's coming up with she's incredibly strong and helped Iron Man in space to rescue, and she got punched from Thanos and she was pulling the glove from his hand, and she is ineffably powerful. Well done, Aaron. That's all very well said. Mental control. So Jerry's in with witch. Yes, she is the Scarlet Witch, a very powerful being. Krunal is saying she's mental control. Yes, she can manipulate your mind, can't she? She can get into your brain. Wanda Witch, sister of Speedboy. Very well said. Wanda is a witch, a sorceress. Yes, I love this. Look evil, don't know her evil. Lee DH. So this is the Scarlet Witch. She started out not very powerful, but is probably now the most powerful because, yes, Aurora, that's Wanda. Wanda, I love her. So she can get into your mind. Rianne Van Vick, yes. Watch WandaVision and Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. They're my favorites. So the one thing I wanted someone to say, yes, Aurora, she's the Scarlet Witch. That's her name. So the one thing I was looking for someone to say was reality. She can change reality around her. She can create new realities. She can change things. That's what makes her so powerful. She can really kind of do whatever she wants. She can change reality to her will. Stabworthy is telling us she started as a villain in the comic books. She goes back and forth between hero and villain. Yes, she's a little bit troubled. She wants her boys. She wants her family. Her family were taken away. But I think she has a great story. What's a mystic witch? So a witch is inherently mystic. And, mystic is, magic, our word here, magic, supernatural, contacting spirits, all that kind of witchy magical stuff. Aaron's telling us she's a powerful witch and she's skilled other universe Marvel heroes and looking for kid of other Wandas. She is powerful than other universe Wanda, powerful Scarlet Witch, and can make imagination into real. Yes, so she can make her imagination into reality. And there's lots of other Wandas across the multiverse, isn't there? She is a master of the mystical arts. Perfect, Stabworthy. Perfect. By the way, she doesn't use a broom to fly like a witch. No, she just kind of uses her hands to push herself with her magic, doesn't she? So, well done. We're doing great on our Marvel. So, next up, a villain, although Wanda's a bit of a villain. So, describe this villain without using the term robot. So, you can write a sentence, you can jump in, you can describe how he looks. If you know about the character, jump in and let me know what you know, but don't use the word robot. Excuse me. Lady, so she can control the multiverse. Yes, she can. She has the ability to jump around the multiverse and use spells and cause all types of mayhem. Aurora is saying imagination into reality. I couldn't have said it better, Aurora. Perfect. A Dollar Tree Megatron. Jerry, are we not fans? This is Ultron, the character. How would you describe this character other than saying he's a robot? Hey teacher, can we have some slang word vocabulary? Sure, Mo. Look, man. We did have some slang the other day on. We did millennial and Gen Z vocabulary, so make sure and go back and check out that live. A robot out of control from Aaron. Aaron's doing great today. I despise him because of him. Speed guy got kicked the bucket. Yeah, he did kill the speed guy, didn't he? Tech billionaires in 50 years. Very true, although maybe tech billionaires in 5 years if the way things are going. He is a computer program that built bodies out of metal to inhabit. He has a god complex. That's amazing. That's really, really perfect. And I couldn't have said it better. Yeah. So he's like an android. He is mechanical. He is an AI as well, I think, artificial intelligence. He's a megalomaniac. He wants to take over the world and kill all life. Terminator's brother-in-law. Yeah, he does look a bit like Terminator without the skin, doesn't he? Bad dream of Elon Musk. Yeah, I think Elon Musk is a bad dream all around. So another villain. Describe this villain. What's her name? Do you know her name? But if you don't know anything about her, tell me what, if you're to describe, can you describe her crown or her appearance? But don't say evil. Evil is the easy word, that's banned. How would you describe this character? Hela, the goddess of death. So Stabword is in with her name and her title. A Jezebel. Well, a Jezebel, you're kind of, suggesting if someone's a Jezebel, they are a woman or perhaps a man who likes to be very popular with in a sexy way. That's what a Jezebel is. So we don't know if she likes to explore that side of her personality. So we don't know if she's a Jezebel. My grandma, wow, your grandma must be very scary, Aurora. A reindeer woman. That's a really good description of her, isn't it? So she does, if you don't know anything about her and you just saw her, she does kind of look like a reindeer. She has kind of antlers, doesn't she? Like a reindeer does. So I really like that. Hi, Manjaj PM. Like, hello to you from India. Happy Diwali. Her power comes from Asgard, her home. The closer she is to Asgard, the more powerful she is. Wow. You know a lot, Stabworthy. But will you know the next genre coming up in a minute? Aurora, Wonder Woman. Yeah, she does. I suppose she is strong like Wonder Woman, isn't she? Emotionless face. I like that, Lee DH. Yeah, she's very, very neutral. Kind of sinister in a way, isn't she? She creates weapons out of nothing. Stabber. Yeah, she can kind of pull like swords from her hands, doesn't she? Abandoned sister of Thor and Loki and destroyer of Eye of Thor. Perfect. Yeah, she took Thor's eye away in a fight, and she was locked away, wasn't she? She was locked away for a long time. Emotionless and yet seductive. Very well said. Very well said. Yeah, a little bit sexy, I have to say. A little bit sexy. Okay, so let's move on to everyone's favorite. And we're going to avoid this word as well. This is Captain America. What's his abilities? She got the same neutral face as my accent. Nicely said, Aaron. So, this is Captain America. But how would you describe, you're not allowed to say the word strong. How would you describe this character's abilities without using the word strong? Old guy. Yeah, he's very old. He's like 100 or something, isn't he? Ability, being American and well built. That is a good summary of it, isn't it? Hi, Karat Balton. Hello to you. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining the quiz. We're doing fun Marvel, sci-fi, fantasy today. Lots of fun words. Good evening, Karan Kumar. Welcome. Aurora, American lifesaver. Yeah, he's American and he saves lots of lives. No, that's not a bad answer at all. Cool buddy of Iron Man. So if you had to pick between Captain America and Iron Man, who would you pick? Who would you pick? Stabworthy, his superpower is being a team leader. Yeah, he's a really good guy. Like, he's really, like, maybe the best of us as humans, but also powerful to the peak of human abilities. Basically, he would win every Olympic sport. Perfect, perfect. Hi, Raheem. Hello, how are you? Thanks for joining today. His superpower is righteousness. Maybe so, yeah. Like, he was able to get Thor's hammer, wasn't he? Because he was such a good guy. And Karan is in with his name. Oh, you like Captain America? Yeah, I think I'd want Captain America too. Aurora's picking Iron Man. If I had to pick, I would pick Batman. Oh, Jerry, we're not doing DC today. I don't really like DC. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I think Marvel's a bit better, although Marvel is can be really bad sometimes. He has America's ass. He does indeed have America's ass, I have to say. Okay, let's do one more from the Marvel and describe this guy's powers. There's no restrictions on what you can say. So, what does this guy do? And this guy's name is Loki, Loki. Hulk, then. So, you want Hulk? Okay, we'll go with Hulk. Aurora would pick Tom Holland. Yeah, that's a very good choice. Tom Holland might be my second over Captain America. So Stabworthy is in with this character's full name, which is Loki, the god of mischief. Perfect. He's also the god of something else. If you watched the TV show Loki, he's the god of something else. Rintu is telling us, do you like Ant-Man? So you'd like Ant-Man to be your hero, would you? Supermen. Yeah, they are all supermen, aren't they? Supermen, superwomen. Correct saying Thor's brother. Yes, Loki is Thor's brother. Preferably She-Hulk. Jerry, I understand what you mean. Learning about everything. You're saying that Loki is a coward. I suppose what version of Loki you get, but Loki uses magic, doesn't he? He uses magic. He's I think he can change his appearance. He can make knives appear. His magic is green. And yes, he is low key. I like that, Jerry. Low key, yeah. In the show, he became the god of stories, I think. Yes, Stabworthy. He became the god of stories. Stepbrother of Thor, he is very strong and always tried to protect Thor later, but always Thor. Yeah, like he does kind of betray Thor sometimes, but they are brothers, so they always kind of come back around. Okay, so that brings us to the end of our Marvel section. And next up, we're going to move into Star Wars. Okay, so I have 10 slides on Star Wars, and we're going to start with everyone's favorite. So I want you to, in 3 words, describe this character without using the word Jedi or Master. 3 words to describe this character. Okay, so this is Yoda. Back speaky talk. Thor and Loki are not stepbrothers. Loki was adopted. There's a difference. That's true. He's holding the timelines or something. I'm not sure. Yeah, Aaron. So he's the god of stories at the end. In mythology, he is this trickster god. Yes, the trickster. Yes, very good. Okay, so we have some guesses in here. So yes, this is Yoda, but describe him. What else could you say? 3 words. Anything you want. Kermit the Frog. I like it. He's Kermit's cousin. Master. Oh, Master's not allowed. What else could you say? I used to watch Star Wars. Yeah, it's kind of been up and down, but I think they're trying to bring back the movies, aren't they? Green, short leader. Jerry, perfect. Absolutely perfect. And Karan, you used to watch Star Wars when you were a little kid. Yeah. Yoda, Jada teacher. Jedi teacher, is that what you're trying to say? Wise, powerful, ancient. Yes, Stabworthy. Perfect. Yeah, so this is Yoda, very old. I think maybe like 900 years old by the time we get to Star Wars A New Hope. Uh, Skilled in the Force, very powerful, very wise, very old, very ancient. Isn't it anonymous son of Hulk? It could be. I mean, they're all owned by Disney now. So let's move on to our next character. So I want you to describe this by without using its name, the Death Star. So what type of vessel is it? What does it do? What shape is it? How big is it? Let me know how you would describe this. We all know it's called the Death Star, but what type of thing is it? How would you describe it to someone who didn't know what a Death Star is? Yoda is the secret love child between Kermit and Miss Piggy. That is really cute. I love Miss Piggy. The Death Star is a space station. Excellent, excellent. So we have space station. I'll take that as one term. What other things could we use to describe it? How about its size? What does it do? What color is it even? Who made it? A space station that's too big to be a space station. Very well said. Good quote, Stabworthy. A big ball that has ripped a few chunks of Lego pieces along with a unique crater. Yeah, so it's shaped like a big ball, isn't it? It's not fully completed yet. And it has a big crater. Yeah, we could say it's shaped like a big crater. The Fortress of the Empire. Oh, I like that. It's very very dark, isn't it? Yeah, so it's a fortress, it's a space station. It shoots lasers, doesn't it? It shoots lasers from here. It's a planet destroyer. There's another term for you, a planet destroyer. So yeah, really, really good good idea, really, quite unique in sci-fi. The Death Star. Yeah. Okay, let's move on. And Jabba the Hutt. How would you describe this character without using the word fat? How would you describe Jabba the Hutt without using the word fat? Hi, RKV, how are you? Morbidly obese. Very well said. Very well said. But I'm not just looking for, synonyms of fat. What other ways could we describe him? A gangster, a slave trader, a giant slug. Stabworthy really knows Star Wars. Well done. Yes, so he's a mob. He's like the head of the mob gangsters in Star Wars. He's a slave trader. And yes, he looks like a giant slug. So well done, Stabworthy. Anyone else want to come in with some descriptions for this big, ugly fella? Jabba the Hutt. Kind of a bad guy, wasn't he? Star Wars characters. Yeah, but you don't have to know Star Wars. Just by looking at the picture, how would you describe this character without using the word fat? Stabworthy came in with gangster, a slave trader, a giant slug. And Jerry's come in with two great words, a slob or a monster. Yeah, he's a real lazy, I don't want to use the word fat. We had morbidly obese is great. Jabba the Hutt clan is like the Italian mafia for outer space. I couldn't have said it better, Stopworthy. You're really leading the crew today. Well done. Okay, what are these? And I don't want the word robots. What are these? Okay, you can use the term that's used in Star Wars, or do you know a synonym of the word robot? Gay droids. They could be. I think this one might be gay. Droids, R2. Yeah, so this one's called R2D2, and this is C3PO. So we have droids. What's the word droid short for? Does anybody know? Droid is short for a longer word. Does anybody know? What other words could we use beside droid or robot? Anybody know? R2D2 is a potty mount. That's why he doesn't get any subtitles. I think so. I think so. I think he said the F word a few times in his beep beep boop boop boop. So yeah, droid is short for android. Well done, Stabworthy. Yes, droid is short for android. Well, weirded and wired AI before they were cool or famous or relevant. Yeah, I suppose they were really, weren't they? They were the kind of the models, and probably things are probably modeled on them now and personality types. So yeah, I would go with android. You know, other than robot, there's other words that we can have. But yeah, droids, android, artificial life, AI. I don't know. That's okay. Do you find these hard today? Let me know in the chat. Not very many people on today. Maybe everyone hates this topic. Describe this in 3 words, or any words, any amount of words. Lightsaber. How would you describe this weapon? Weapon's a word. George Lucas tried to sue Android cell phones and he lost miserably. I didn't know that. Yeah, a glowing blue sword. Couldn't have said it better, Jerry. Anyone else want to jump in with any alternative ways we can describe this weapon? A laser sword. Perfect. Yeah, absolutely perfect. And lightsaber, it kind of is, that's a kind of a direct synonym of, lightsaber, laser sword. Pretty much the same thing. It's not as clumsy or random as a blaster. It's an elegant weapon for a more civilized age. Perfect. Another direct quote. Okay, let's move on from Star Wars. And let's jump to Game of Thrones. Okay, so describe this creature without using the words dragon or fire. Are you Game of Thrones fan? Who's your favorite? I'm just going to take off my top because I'm absolutely sweating. One sec. Dracarys, yes, the word, the Valerian word for to Flame on. Jerry's saying giant bird entity. Well, it's not really a bird, is it? It's more of another type of dragon, yeah, a dragoon. So I would say like a flying reptile, a mystical flying reptile, a flying lizard, a fantasy creature, you know, um, flamethrower breath, flame breath. I have no clue. I had to relook at it. Yeah, so we have It is a dragon, of course. It breathes fire. It's fire breathing. A comical character from Chinese mythology which throws fire from mouth. Perfectly said, AJ. Godzilla. No, it's Game of Thrones. It's Drogon. Winged monolithic abomination. Wow, that's beautiful, Jerry. That's very beautiful. Stabber. No, it's Drogon from Game of Thrones. We're going to do some Game of Thrones now. So I was a big fan of Game of Thrones, but it kind of didn't end very good. Okay, what would you call these creatures without using the word zombie? It's scary, yeah. You wouldn't want to meet Drogon in the dark, would you? How would you describe these creatures without using the word zombies? The Walking Dead, yes, another great TV show, although I stopped watching it after season 9. A horde, perfect, yeah, this is what we would call, this is the group noun for a group of zombies. A group of zombies is known as a horde. Undead, that's really the word I was looking for, undead. So if something is dead and then is reanimated, not back to life, but they are undead. Undead infected humans, yeah. And in this case, they're kind of infected with magic, isn't it? They're kind of made undead with magic. So yeah, well done. We have undead, the walking. We have from another TV show, they'd be called walkers. So yeah, well done. Quite scary. You wouldn't want them coming at you. Okay, a very famous moment in Game of Thrones. Can you describe this scene in one sentence? So, if you don't know what happened here, don't worry. Just describe what you're seeing in the scene. Or if you have some knowledge of Game of Thrones, tell me a little bit more. I never watched Game of Thrones very much. Are they really zombies? Do they crave brains? No, they're more of a weapon, really. They're controlled by the Night King, and he uses them as his army to attack. So they're not really brains. They're not going to. They're kind of like a horde that's controlled, really, a weapon. The Red Wedding, AJ, yes. So this scene is known as part of the Red Wedding, a very famous brutal and shocking moment in Game of Thrones. Man SPD, hi, how you doing? I'm doing very well. I hope you're well as well. This is a beheading. Yes, if he, in this moment, he cut her throat. So that's what we would say. He cut her throat. If he cut her head completely off, that would be a beheading. Holding a hostage, yes. In this moment, he is holding her hostage, but he does end up killing her quite brutally. Most gruesome episode, the Red Wedding. I have to agree with you there. Decapitation. Yeah, decapitation is when the head is totally removed. So you'll see lots of decapitation in Game of Thrones where they take the head off, so that is beheading or decapitation. But in this moment, he just cut her throat. He just got the knife and went and the blood poured out. It was very slit. Perfect. Well done, Jerry. He slit her throat. He slit her throat. Half of the cast gone. Yes, spoilers. Spoilers for Game of Thrones. But yes, in this moment, they killed off half the cast. It was really shocking. So dangerous pick. Yes, a very dangerous moment, isn't it, Lippy? Very, very dangerous. So yeah, well done, everybody. If you know Game of Thrones, this was very, very shocking. So let's jump to our next image. Let's have a look. Okay. Describe this scene, okay? If you're a Game of Thrones nerd like me, you will know what this scene is all about, what the name of this kind of thing is. But tell me what you're seeing here. You don't have to be, a nerd or a Game of Thrones fan. What are you seeing? A ritual. It could be a ritual, isn't it? There's lots of people around. There's something here. I don't want you to use these words. Looks like you're going off to war. Yes, very good, very good. Hi Eddie, how are you? We're doing sci-fi and fantasy today, something a bit different for Sunday. I hope you're doing well. Thanks for joining. Eddie is one of the members on the channel. If you want to join the membership, just check out the link in the description. So yeah, describe this scene without using the word giant or battle. How would you describe this scene? What would you say? You don't have to know anything about Game of Thrones, or if you do, jump in. But what's happening here? We had someone saying going off to war, which is very, very accurate. Fighting, yes, well done, Jerry. Oh, I just noticed the big guy in front. I thought he was just closer to the foreground. But yes, this is actually a very big man. Another word we would have is giant, but big man is totally acceptable. War, yes, Raheem. This is just a big battle is going to happen. Big part of the war. Fighting, yes. So yeah, well done. A Goliath. Perfect, Stabworthy. Goliath is another word we could use for a very big man or a giant, okay? And these are all the soldiers. We see lots of weapons and swords, and they're preparing for a battle, okay? Another term we could have for a battle is a skirmish. A battle is part of a war, a campaign. Nephilim. What's Nephilim? That word rings a bell. Nephilim. Oh, the Nephilim are mysterious figures in the Hebrew Bible, often described as giants of great size and strength. Very good. Very interesting, Jerry. A big man preparing for his third work shift for the day because of the cost of living crisis. Yeah, yeah. It's tough out there in Game of Thrones, people. Game of Thrones. It's that inflation is hitting everywhere. Okay, will we do another scene? I think this one is one of the coolest ones. So describe this scene in in one sentence. It doesn't have to be short. What's happening here? So earlier we had lots of words relating to this creature and what's coming out of the mouth. And there's a lot of stuff going on here. So how would you describe this? If you were on the phone to somebody and they said, what's happening in that image? How would you describe this scene to somebody in English? So we're having a biblical reference. You're saying, Jerry, that this is like Revelation in a certain reference. So yeah, we could probably say this is like an epic biblical scene, couldn't we? How would you describe it though? If you had to tell somebody what was happening in this picture. Dragon lights up a boat with fire. Yeah, there's some water here, isn't there? And there's something being destroyed here by the dragon. A dragon burning a forest. Yeah, it could be a forest as well. It's very hard to make out because of all the destruction. So let me see. I have some messages held. Show. Yes, AJ, a massacre. Very good. Or genocide. Yes, exactly. Very well. Dragon fire attack. Perfect. Satan going crazy. It could very well be, Jerry. My wife in the morning before coffee. Me in the morning before tea, I think, as well, is another way to say it. Well done, Stabworthy. Yeah, so we have a dragon here. And what's really happening is there's a river or a lake here, and the soldiers were all lined up in a row, and the dragon came along and burned all the horses, carriages, all the gold, and the soldiers. So, yeah, well done, everybody. A really nice way to describe that scene. Okay, let's do one or two more from Game of Thrones before we move on to our next genre. Okay, just deciding. So, tell me what you think of this scene. Now, you don't have to know anything about Game of Thrones. I just want you to use your best English to tell me what you see in this scene. Just say someone couldn't see what you're seeing. How would you describe this scene to somebody in English? Uh, British Defence League, hello, hello, welcome back. Uh, we all do, yeah, we all need our coffee and our tea in the morning, don't we? BDL, welcome in, welcome, yes, of course. Reincarnation, yes, this was a moment of reincarnation. A dragon next to a person, perfect, yeah, say what you see. That's where she gave birth to the dragons. Yes, British Defence League. Imp talking to a nervous woman. I wouldn't really call this, this is definitely a baby dragon, isn't it? There's really no other way to say. I see a baby dragon on a blonde girl's shoulder. Perfect. My girlfriend's devil cat complaining to her after scratching me. Eddie's in with the jokes today. So yeah, this is a moment when this character, Khaleesi, or what's her name? Oh God, Targaryen. God, her name is totally escaped me. Can someone give me her name in the chat? Daenerys. Sorry, yeah, Daenerys Targaryen. She's having a bad moment. She walks into the fire with her dragon eggs, and the eggs, are hatched, and she survives. Drugged out bat screaming to a woman. Yeah, it does look a little bit like a bat. So well done. Yes, Daenerys Targaryen, of course. So, yeah, an interesting scene. A key moment at the end of season one. If you're a big Game of Thrones fan, let me know in the chat. I was really into it, and then it got really disappointing. But I do like House of the Dragon. And next year we are getting House of the Dragon season three, and a new show called A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. I knew all the Star Wars and Marvel stuff, but to be honest, my dog is secretly feeding me the answers for Game of Thrones slides. That's okay, Starworthy. We'll take whatever answers we can get. Yes, the last episode of season one, so AJ is definitely a fan. I never watched a movie. You never watched a movie? Well, this is a TV show. Describe this character without using the words queen or wife. So, how would you describe? Now, you don't have to know anything about Game of Thrones. Look at the image and tell me what you see. But I don't want you to use the words queen or the word wife. How would you describe this to somebody? If you know the character, let me know what you think of the character with descriptive words. And if you don't know the character or don't know anything about Game of Thrones, don't worry. Tell me what you see in the picture. My dog and I loved watching your show. Thank you so much, Stabworthy. Any Lord of the Rings? I never thought about Lord of the Rings. We could do a whole other quiz on Lord of the Rings. A goddess. Yeah, she could be a goddess. If you don't know anything about her, you could definitely say she's a goddess, Jerry. Her Majesty, royalty on a throne. Very well said, Stabworthy. A kingmaker. Oh, she was definitely a kingmaker and a king killer, I think. Is a person on a throne. Yeah, say what you see, Gavin Pritt. Visual representation of how your asshole feels like during constipation. Wow. Wow. Eddie is in with some killer sentences today. So how would I describe this person? And you could call her, if you didn't know, she's an empress. She could be a ruler. She could be in power. She's sitting on a throne. What's the throne is made up of swords. It looks like a medieval person, medieval ruler. She has a crown, she's obviously royalty. Eddie even got Jer flustered. I wasn't expecting that last sentence. I was just like, whoa. I was like, visual representation of how you're, huh? A narcissist. Yes, Cersei is a narcissist. If you know anything about the character, you know, we had the word asshole. She is an asshole. But it's because she's probably afraid, isn't she? Okay, it's time to move on to our next universe. And something that I really loved a long time ago. I'm not so crazy about it now, I don't think. But yeah, no, it's good. So we're kind of looking at verbs next. And famous ship. Let me know the name of the ship if you know. So what's happening here? And I don't want the words flying or traveling. What other verb would you use here? Any Star Trek fans? Live long and prosper. I guess Empress is more cute. Well, we could use the word Empress. It's not cute. I'm sure there's been some not so cute empresses over the history. The ship is called the Enterprise. Yes, well done. USS Enterprise, NCC 1701D to be precise. I am a huge Star Trek nerd. Lightning speed. That's a nice way to say it. And yes, this ship does travel in fiction at the speed of light. A passing object. Yes. But what else could we say? What is the crew doing? They're traveling, they're flying. What else are they doing? An alien ship going into another universe. Yes, exactly. Plenty of aliens and humans on this ship. A moving craft. Yes, perfect. I would say, if you know the TV show, they're exploring, space exploration. Perfect, stab worthy. Yeah, exactly. So we could say exploring. Buzzed Lightyear. Eddie is in a Sunday mood today, aren't you, Eddie? Yeah, exploring really was the word I was looking for. This is a ship that goes from planet to planet, has lots of adventures, meets new species, all that kind of thing. So, exploration, space is really kind of what Star Trek is about, isn't it? So, let's move on. I just want to pick a good one. Okay, this is a really good one. So, I want some words here for what's happening in this scene, okay? And I want you to pick a verb, but I don't want you to use the verb attack, the verb assault, or the verb to fight. What other words could we use? And if you know Star Trek, jump in, and I think if you know Star Trek, you might know the word I'm looking for. Murder of another woman. Yeah, it is, isn't it? It looks like murder. Murder is a great word here. They draft other worlds into the Federation. They do. Stabworthy, yes, they bring other worlds into the Federation. That's true. The previous image. So we have murder, which is a great verb. Definitely looks like she's been murdered, doesn't it? She's definitely, in pain or something really bad. Is this the Borg? He's trying to assimilate her. Oh. So yes, this is the Borg. They're like space zombies basically, and he's trying to assimilate her. He's injecting her here with nanites. Chiropractor YouTubers, when they see a pretty girl. Eddie, what's happening? Slay girl. So yes, assimilate is the word I'm looking for. What he's really doing to her is injecting her with, technology that will make her like him, and he will take her into, and she will become a Borg. So she will be assimilated. He is assimilating her. Alienification. Yes. I don't know if that's a full word. Alienification. I'm going to Google now and see. Alienification. Alienification is a term that can refer to the process of transforming someone or something into an alien or extraterrestrial form, often seen as a superpower. So, yeah, well done. That's a beautiful word. I didn't know that one, so I've definitely learned a word today. Alienification. Perfect. Really nice. Okay, let's keep going. We're going to stick with Star Trek for one or two more. Then we're going to move into Minecraft, and then we're going to have a chat. So use one verb. What's happening here? Now, I don't want transport. This is what it's transporting, is what it's called in Star Trek. And I don't want traveling. So they're moving from one place to another with technology. What's another word? What's the word I'm looking for? Yes, Jerry, we're doing Minecraft in a while. I just typed randomly. Well, I mean, it is a word, AJ. Well done. A teleporter, yes. A hologram. It does look like a hologram, but this, if you know the series, they're moving from one place to another. So a teleporter, yes, well done. That is what I'm looking for. The verb to teleport. So it's a sci-fi term. It means when you are one place, you disappear and you appear somewhere else through the magic of technology. Or in fantasy, you can teleport if you have the ability. Wormhole. Interesting. Might have a wormhole coming up soon. But yeah, teleport. They are teleporting. That is the scientific sci-fi term. So describe this scene in one sentence. We just had the word there from AJ, but pop it into a sentence. What's happening here? What do you see? If you were to describe this image to somebody that can't see it, what would you tell them? Some people teleporting. Well done, Gavan Prit. Some people teleporting. Perfect. So take a look at the image and let me know how you would describe it to someone. Astral travel. Yeah, there's definitely a bit of the astral plane going on in here, isn't it? A very big metal object in space. Yes, a very nice basic way to describe this. A black hole. Yeah, you might, if you don't know, you could think this is a black hole. I think I see a space station going towards a black hole. Perfect, yeah. Well, if you watch, this was from Star Trek Deep Space Nine. This is the name of the station. It's a space station. It's Deep Space Nine. Dragon Ball Super Tournament of Power. Could be, but it is actually Star Trek Deep Space Nine. This is the space station, and the space station was right beside. We had AJ in with the word a little while ago, a wormhole. So from this wormhole, they were able to travel across to another place in space. So we have a space station in front of a wormhole. Okay? Intergalactic Federation. Yeah, they were part of the Federation, all right. That is a galaxy. No, it is a wormhole. This is the celestial temple of the prophets from Deep Space Nine. It's a wormhole. But I can get it. It does look a little bit like a galaxy. So let's keep going. And let's move on to my favorite thing that I do. Although I have to say, I haven't actually played it in about a week or two. So let's have a look. Anyone, you don't have to play Minecraft. Describe this mob. A mob is a creature in Minecraft. So the name of this mob is the Creeper. But if you know Minecraft, how else would you explain it? Or if you don't know Minecraft, what do you see? How would you explain this to someone who has no idea what you're looking at? Minecraft, yes, we're in Minecraft now. A Minecraft creeper, yes. But how would you describe it without using the word creeper? Vicstar123 Schlong. Eddie, you are in some kind of way today. A green explosive creature. Perfect. Perfect. That's exactly what I was looking for, Jerry. Yes, it's green, it explodes, and it's a type of creature. It's not a human, is it? It's a type of creature. I don't know what you're saying there, AJ, Japanese something. But hi, UX. Hello to you. Welcome to our sci-fi and fantasy quiz today. So yeah, we have a creeper, a green, explosive, creepy kind of thing. The reason it creeps is it comes up behind you in silence and then explodes. You hear you're working away and then you're working well and then you hear and it explodes. Yeah. So, very good. Let's move on. Does anybody play Minecraft? Let me know. Or are you completely horrified by this subject? Do you think I'm a nerd? So, how would you describe this item? So, this is quite a pixelated pixel art item that's common in Minecraft. Do you know the name of it in Minecraft? Or if you don't know Minecraft, what does it look like? But I don't want you to use the word metal. So, have a go. See what you can come up with. Is a green creature that if you hit him, he will explode. Perfectly said, Kaveen Pritt. Is there any Star Wars questions? I'll tell you what, I did Star Wars, but I'll go back and do one or two more. Sorry, I'm back. My dog and cat got into a fight. The dog lost. I'm not surprised. Cats are amazing, aren't they, for their combative skills? An iron ingot. Well done, Jerry. Well done. You obviously know a little bit about Minecraft. AJ saying, I never play Minecraft. That's okay, but you can just jump on and say what you see. That's no problem. Jared, we already thought you were a nerd and we already liked you. Well, I am a total nerd. It is an iron ingot and we can make swords and yes, well done, armor. Well done, Kaveen Pritt. You're another Minecrafter. Bolt. A bolt. It does look like a little bit of a bolt, doesn't it? Like a metal thing that you would put across a door. Armor, yes, it's used in armor. This is a good way to associate. This is a good word to use. Armor, yeah, you use it for the sword or the armor. Yeah, so this is an iron ingot. Never played Minecraft. I seriously just made Animal Fight there. That's all. Oh, be good to the animals in Minecraft. Never played Minecraft. Japanese eraser. It does look like an. I watch Minecraft videos. I watch some Minecraft videos too. Okay, so how would you describe this scene in Minecraft? What would you say about it? You don't have to know anything about Minecraft. It's a building, but what would you say about it? Oh yeah, and I'll do a Star Wars one next, actually. Sorry. It's a Minecraft castle. Yes, perfect. What else could you say about it? Pre 9/11. Stop, AJ. A luxurious, well built structured castle. Very nice, Jerry. My 10-year-old nephew would crush us all in this category. He just got the 4 Minecraft handbooks yesterday. Oh, good to know. You know, Minecraft's for everybody, not just for kids. Big adults play it as well. A castle or a palace. Good hazes. Hi there, boss. Long time no see. Hello to you. Welcome back. So we're doing some Minecraft nerdy stuff today. So yeah, a castle, a palace. Is it well built? Ooh, I don't know. Right, let's go back and just do a Star Wars one, just for the Star Wars fan. So, describe this person in 3 words. You don't have to know anything about them if you're not into Star Wars, but I don't want you to use the words villain, bad guy, or baddie. So, let me know. That is Cyan, and Queen Elizabeth lives there. No, well, it is Cyan. Queen Elizabeth doesn't live there, but if you wait a minute or two, I'll tell you who does live there, and you might know them. Uh, so we have, yeah, it could be a temple as well, Raheem, definitely. Rule of two. Ooh, the rule of two. A Sith master. A crazed, malevolent person, definitely. An alien with a coat. I think this is more of a cloak with a hood than a coat. But yeah, he is definitely an alien. A lover of opera. He does like the opera. Darth Sidious, revolutionary person. Don't stray to the dark side there, UX. An imp. If you didn't know anything, you could definitely say he's an imp. So this is Emperor Palpatine, the main villain across all of Star Trek movies, Star Wars movies. He is a Sith. He's a Sith Lord. He does the dark side. A brother, I live in Italy. I don't know some words. That's okay, Gavin Pritt. That's okay. So yeah, Emperor Palpatine. Goth. Yeah, he does look very gothic. A master manipulator. Probably the best master manipulator, really, isn't he? So let's go back to Minecraft. Describe this scene to me, please. What would you call this? Is it similar to what we had before? Before we had palace or castle. We also had temple. Would these words apply here as well? Could we call it a palace or a temple? What would you call it? A well built temple. Thank you very much. Why am I saying thank you? Is that the Taj Mahal? It could have been based on the Taj Mahal. It could have been. We'll have to talk to the creator in a minute or two and see who built it. Taj Mahal, yes, well done. Jedi Temple, pre order 66. Excellent references, UX. Excellent. So, yeah, a well built temple. I would call this the temple, and I'll tell you why in a minute. But yeah, very well done. So yeah, this is my temple. I built this in Minecraft, and I built the other one as well. This is part of my Minecraft world, and it was designed based on the Taj Mahal. And yes, this is mine. I built this in my world. It is based. I think I based it on a design I found called a Moorish gate. But yes, I built this. Thank you, Stavworthy. Thank you. Wow, you are very good at Minecraft. Yes, and this was. Let me just show you. This was my base. I'm in the middle of remaking it. I took a week off. Is Minecraft addictive? Yes, it is to me. Although I haven't played it in about a week. It looks like it was built by professional contractors. At this point, I am a professional contractor. Thank you, Jerry. I'm very good at Minecraft. Thank you. So you are the Sanjahan of the Taj Mahal. Yes. And this was my old base. I'm in the middle of making it much, much, much bigger. You can see the Taj Mahal just here in the corner. But I found that the Taj Mahal was nicer than my base. So I wanted something much grander. So I'm actually making a huge, like it's maybe 10 times the size. It's huge, 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 huge. Do you ever have Minecraft dreams? I heard that really big. I think I have had Minecraft dreams. Definitely, definitely. Fallen asleep playing Minecraft and like found myself just like continuously walking into a wall. What inspires you to build these? I just love building them, really. I love the world. I love being in control of the whole world and it being really my vision. And yeah, at times when I didn't really feel in control, I really found this like a safe haven. So psychologically, it's a very nice, peaceful place for me. And as a creator, like I spend most of my week creating and it's good to turn off and just do something that is not for somebody or for profit. I do have a TikTok channel for my Minecraft, but I kind of stopped because putting it on Minecraft, I put it on TikTok because it just was another way to capitalize on a hobby or something I love. So this is really just for me. Well done. Keep it up. Thank you, Raheem. I also fall asleep watching others play Minecraft. Yeah, I do too. How do I do it? A lot of patience, a lot of determination. I basically, if I build something and I finish it and I hate it, I just take it down. That's the thing, is perfection. And this world, I've had this world for nearly 5 years. So for me, it's really about having like a perfect looking and amazing. And I build in survival. I don't build in creative. I build everything. All of these bricks I made and sourced and built everything. So uh, Chatti Diwali today. Happy Diwali. God bless you. It's always hello. It's Amanji. Thank you so much. I do think of it as my art, really. I do. And yes, I know it's Diwali. So happy Diwali to all my Indian followers. I'm very well, thank you. I hope you're all doing well. Have you seen this in real life? No, I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it. Dang, survival too. Yeah, yeah. I was hoping to have a few more images ready. Let me just see if I can put up some more images on my laptop and just see if I have any collections from my Minecraft. I don't know if I do. Let me just see. But yeah, no, I love Minecraft from the very start, really. I've always loved it. If you head over to my Instagram, you can see more of it. My Instagram is the lens of Jer. And I just haven't seen by you. If you haven't just see by yourself, you will be perplexed. Oh, okay. Bro, Diwali is on Tuesday. I thought it was on Monday, but happy Diwali to everybody. Um, and then if you want to see more of my on TikTok, Procraft Mining is the one on TikTok. So make sure and say hello and let me know that you had a look. But yeah, first teacher who is a great crazy gamer. Yeah, really crazy gamer. My Xbox is right behind me, but I really only play Minecraft, and I love it. So my mom said that Diwali. I think Diwali's tomorrow, but I could be wrong. Did you play Lego very much as a child? I think Lego Minecraft. Yeah, exactly. I was crazy for Lego. Loved Lego. Still miss Lego. I would still like to play with Lego. You're more sane than some of us. I would just be on Minecraft placing random blocks to make a letter or a word on the floor, or just some numbers using block. Yeah, I just love going and going and going. So this is just two things. I've built so much more. I built a Mexican village. Um, you know, let me just see if I can get the images up. Let me just see. I'm just trying to think where I have them. Um, Let me just see. No, it's I. What I'll do is I'll try and get some more images up, saved, and I can show you the next time. Creative mode all the way. Oh, very good. You're more. Yeah, I just love creative mode gets a bit boring for me. I like to have the struggle. I like to have to go and be like, oh, I ran out of this. I have to go, and collect it for a week. But I'm very like I'm a little bit autistic and a little bit ADHD, so it does kind of suit me the repetitive stuff. I do like it. In 2024, Diwali was 1st of November. I have a Lego brick tattoo on me, Jer. That's cool, Stabworthy. They make Lego sets specifically for adults now, even though they are still in the toy aisle. I must check them out. But I do have Minecraft. I think I prefer Minecraft. I think because Minecraft's, about the struggle. Sometimes I die. Sometimes I lose all my weapons, all my good stuff, and I have to remake it. I like the struggle. Me and my younger cousin attempted to make a floating Orpheum angel in creative mode. Oh, fan! Wow, I find the statues really difficult. Like I'm really good at you know, uh, standard shapes and spheres and all that. But I do use there's plots plots.co.uk. I think is what I plan out my spheres and my circles with that. How many times you died in Minecraft? God, how many times have I died in this world? I don't know. Hundreds of times. Hundreds. The adult Lego sets are a struggle for the pocketbook. I can imagine so. I can imagine so. What is Northern Ireland? Northern Ireland, you mean? Northern Ireland is a partition part of my island, which is, kind of colonized by the British, to be putting it into a concise way. So, yeah, thank you so much, everyone, for joining the quiz today. I'm going to stay on for another while and let's have a chat. If you have any questions about anything that we've covered today, let me know. I'd love to hear from you. Any questions about me or the channel? They distract from questions, isn't it? From questions, isn't it? I don't know what you mean, UX. But yeah, that was a nice quiz. Not too many people on the live today. I kept looking at it going, why is there only 13 people watching? I put loads of effort. It's always the way with YouTube. When you plan something, put loads of effort into it, you get very little views. Videos that I have given little thought to and put up over the years have gotten like tens of thousands of views. And videos that I spend like a month planning and putting lots of thought and energy, they go nowhere. So, yeah. I think like 2 weeks ago, I was just popping things into the chat. Now I spend like an hour before doing, getting the graphics ready. But that's just the way of the beast. Probably with the lives, like I do want them to go really successfully, but it's hard, it's hard to stay motivated, especially today. I put so much effort in and people are just dropping. People are dropping off even now. But you have to just keep going. It is difficult. I have a question. Isn't it inevitable that the Borg will assimilate the whole galaxy? Well, not at the moment. I think they're quite like Captain Janeway, the captain. She gave them a virus, and they're pretty much decimated. So, and there are enemies in Star Trek which are more powerful than the Borg. Species 8472, for example. So, the Borg have been pretty much decimated at the moment. But what I hate, I love the Borg. They're probably my favorite, but they always weaken them. They always like, oh, it's the Borg, and then it's like, oh, well, they're kind of weak. Can you read the comment that I wrote up? Do you know about the British Raj? Yes, I do. I do. I know like about the tea company that took over India and then kind of passed it on to, you know, Queen Victoria. Queen Victoria considered India the jewel in the crown, and it was a very rich country. And then by the time the British were finished, it wasn't very rich. To be honest, for me, today's topic was not interesting because growing up, I didn't play Lego, Minecraft, or watch GOT, Star Trek. Yeah, I guess that with your comments. I don't think a lot of people found it very interesting. I just wanted to try something interesting for me. There was lots more slides, but I just kind of skipped through a lot of them as I could see that people weren't really watching or engaging. So back to medical English tomorrow. McFarlane made these iron in India. Yeah. I'm sure there's lots of Indian, English and Scottish and Irish people who made trouble in India. Then put the photo of the British Raj. I don't have. I see. I'm not put. I'd have to close the app on the phone, go into Google, save it to my phone, then open the app up again, and I would just lose the stream. So, but what do you want to know, like about the British Raj? What do you want me to quiz? My knowledge wouldn't be that big on it. Because if I watch these, why would I spend time in Learn English channel? That's true. That's true. Hey guys, hello to you. Why Croatia's support Axis power? I have no idea. I don't know. Today I got my lowest score ever. I don't think so. I think you were pretty great with the Marvel stuff, Stabworthy. You were probably the top scorer there. British Defence League. There's a bit of British pride for you. Gavin Prid, I need to balance four languages. Yeah, that's difficult when you're multilingual, isn't it? So, yeah, I'm going to have a rethink about the topics that I do for the live. I have noticed the last one or two haven't gone as well as before. So, thanks for your feedback, Eddie. Maybe this is too niche for some people. I thought it might help maybe get some push on the algorithm. So I updated the video description and the video title. So it's really, as a YouTuber, you're always trying to repeat what worked, try something new, a new variant. So I won't be doing Marvel again. These are for fun in my eyes, not competition. Yeah, I mean, what's wrong with having fun and learning words through fun and guessing? And, that's the way I think about it. Are Italian Punjabi, American English, UK English? God, that's good. That would be good to know, isn't it? I asked you a question, Jerry. Why is the four-leaf clover considered? Oh, sorry, Jerry, I didn't see that. What makes four-leaf clover considered? They're probably considered more. They're probably more rare because a clover, I think, is usually three leaves. I think so. To have a fourth leaf, it's a little bit odd or unusual. So that's as far as I know. But in Ireland, we always have the shamrocks. We generally don't have clover. I think clover is something specific that you grow. So sorry, I missed your question there. Um, why am I using a waterproof sponge? Is this a riddle? Is this a trap of a question? I don't know. Why are you using a waterproof sponge? Why would you use a waterproof sponge? A sponge isn't supposed to be waterproof. Jesus bless you. Thank you, UX. Arabica, a heart from you. Thank you so much. I found two in my life. Um, oh, very good. Asun, hi dear. Hello, Isun. God bless you, UX. Thank you. Yes. In the deck of cards, do you call it a club or a clover? A club. Call it clubs. Don't call it clover. So we have the diamonds, isn't it? Diamond, clover, spade, and hearts. Yeah, a deck of cards. So that's the four sweets. Arrive to Jugistan. I'll show you the best power. There we go. I've never heard of Jugistan. Do you have the cereal Lucky Charms? No, we don't. We don't have Lucky Charms in Ireland. Although I think we do have some American candy stores, which you can probably get them in. And I think Lucky Charms are responsible for a lot of the stereotypes that Americans have of Ireland. It's a little leprechaun, and they think everything about Ireland is a leprechaun. What is for dinner tonight? Dinner is a takeaway tonight. I'm getting a doner kebab and I'm getting some onion rings. So it's a lazy one tonight. Hello to you. I'm sorry I don't know how to say your name. Jesus bless the world. Thank you, Asun. Your mom has four kids. The name of the kids are north, south. What? The name of the kids are north, south, west. And what is the fourth kid's name? Well, I would assume it's east, but this sounds more like a riddle. And it's Sunday. I don't have the brain capacity for riddles. Football related terminology may bang as a video. Yeah, yeah, like soccer or American football. Which one do you mean? Have you ever played GTA 4? There's a mission on it called Three Leaf Clover. Oh, very good, Jerry. I haven't played GTA 4. I think I played GTA 1, the very original one. Do you think leprechauns have ever existed or still do now? No, I don't think they ever existed. I think people were eating lots of psilocybin and drugs from the mushrooms back 1,000 or 2 years ago and were hallucinating. I'm eating roti. Oh, I'd love some roti. Have you tried a hoagie? No, I haven't tried. Like a big roll? Like a big roll with. Probably. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't read your script. How do Irish feel about leprechauns? We kind of roll our eyes, when we hear leprechauns. I'm sure Indians and British people and Mexican people, there's all these kind of stereotypes which people immediately go to when they think you're. So when people say, are leprechauns, do you know any leprechauns? Irish people just go, really? Really? You know, are you Irish? My husband is ginger red Irish. Oh, very good. I am Irish. Yes, hence the shamrocks in the background. No is not east. What's the answer then? I'm supposed to be quizzing you guys. I live in New Jersey, the home of hoagies. Oh, very good. No, it's you. AJ, what are we saying? Okay. Pay attention to the riddle. I'm trying to answer everybody. Have you ever seen the horror movie known in America as Leprechaun? No, I do know of it. I know Jennifer Aniston is in it and Warwick Davis, but it looks crap, to be honest. Leprechauns are cringe. Yes, they are a bit cringe, but as well, they are like technically part of the culture. Chips, cheese, cabdana, meat, and kebab sauce in a wrap. Ooh, very nice. So I will have my doner kebab. I don't like any lettuce or any. They put cabbage in it here, which I think is just wrong. So a pita bread, lamb doner meat, and like 3 or 4 different types of sauces. And as I'm saying it, my mouth is watering. Gavin Pred saying you had a Maggie earlier. Very good. It's you, fourth son. I very appreciate you, but the political commentator left the rotten smell. Oh, sorry to hear that. I didn't even really notice any politics going on. I am part Jew. New Jersey people is mostly made of German, Italian, Irish, or some combination of those three. Oh, good to know. Good to know. Everyone has a little bit of Irish in them, I hope. Why do you refer to them as shamrocks? What is the difference in shamrocks and clovers? Well, I'm going to Google and I'm going to find out what's the difference between shamrock and clover. A shamrock is a specific type of clover, distinguished by its 3 leaves, while clover is a broader term for plants in the genus Trifolium that can have 2, 3, or 4 leaves. So there we go. The shamrock is a symbol of Ireland used historically to represent the Holy Trinity in Christianity, while 4-leaf clovers are a rare genetic mutation that become a symbol of good luck. So there you go. Add chips and cheese, and that's a hoagie. It's words don't describe good enough. Okay, that does sound good. Cheese and chips is good. Bye, Gavin Pritt. Hope you have a nice Sunday. Shamrock isn't an actual rock. No, no, it's a plant. One leaf as a simple difference. Yeah, pretty much. Tomorrow, ask about geographical terms. Okay. Oh, never mind. I'm thinking of Blarney Stone. The Blarney Stone, yeah, that's the one that you have to, hang from under like the top of a castle and hang down and then kiss the rock. So I won't be doing that. Um, so what's happening in the chat? Are we having arguments? Are we having arguments? So, yeah, Sunday, I actually think I will do some Minecraft if I can do it. I do have to do some work. I'm working on a new video for the channel, which is currently the video that's doing really well is a video on for medical interpreters. So I'm doing a little bit more medical English phrases for medical interpreters. So if that's your cup of tea, coming in the next day or two will be a brand new video. 4 leaves is considered lucky. Yes, isn't the Trinity God, which is all that, or would it be actually considered lucky? I think so. Yeah, I think it's just the fact that it's unusual. The 4 leaf is unusual that makes us lucky. Okay, let's meet tomorrow. Bye. Okay, like the lucky source is from God, aka the Trinity of the 4 of them. Yeah, I don't really know the kind of origins of the lucky thing or whatever, but I assume it's just because it's kind of a genetic mutation, a rare thing. The dermatology video was very helpful. I'm glad, Arabica. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure and check out. There's loads of other similar videos on for medical English, dermatology, radiology, therapy, you name it. Phlebotomy, even I think I've done one. How many languages do you know? I know English. I speak a little bit of my own language, Irish, and then I know a little bit of Italian as well. What's my favorite color? My favorite color is gray. I think it's nice and neutral, goes pretty much with every other color. And my big thing about life is that no one is really black or white. We're all a little bit gray in our manner. So no one's really truly good or bad or evil. We're all a little bit in the middle. Who, me, nope. I like the conversation, help people understand what's what now, and then yeah, I don't know what's happening there, British Defence League. Would we consider people with birth defects of whatever as lucky too, since it's rare, sort of, or am I stretching it? You're stretching it now. Like, if you have a birth defect, that's a serious thing that affects your life, so it's not lucky. Thank you, teacher. You're very welcome, Arabica. Have a blessed evening. See you. Bye, Raheem. Thank you so much. Sorry for being a nuisance. No problem. No problem. It's okay. Lots of questions, which is always good. So you're my top 5 favorite YouTube streamers. Thank you, Stabworthy. And everyone check out Stabworthy's channel. They have a live stream, which I must actually check out. Dum, dum, dum. Okay, I'm going to check out your live stream. Oh, I can see your dog, Stabworthy. Let's have it. Oh, very good. Oh, you were on for an hour and 20 as well. So lots of your dog. Oh, your dog is really cute. And you're going on your walk. That's a long walk. Okay, so I will watch a little bit of your. I'm giving you a like. And I see the dog in the car. Very good. Very good. So I will have a look. I'll have a look and have a listen and see what you're doing there. Do you know about Italian multi-language languages, Lika? So I know in Italy, like there's Sicilian, there's Neapolitan, there's lots of individual, local, and regional languages, and that makes it really difficult to talk to everybody. But generally, everyone speaks Italian. Did you ever look into Matt Fraud, LOL, also known on YouTube as Pint with a Quinn? No, I never heard of him. I generally just tend to look at my nerdy Marvel stuff on YouTube. Really, that's kind of my entertainment. Stabworthy, your video is playing in the background here. Hello, sir. Hello, Stephen Mishra. Welcome back. So, what's everyone's plan for the rest of the day? If it's winding down for you, let me know and have a good evening. If the day is just starting for you, let me know where you're watching from. You must be in Mexico or US. But everything's grand here. Dinner is coming up very soon, and then I might play some Minecraft, and I want to have an early night. I have a busy day tomorrow, lots of filming for social media. My plans for today is church. Enjoy church, Terry. I hope you have a wonderful time. British Defence League. My family make the DC toys, Mark Farland Toys USA. Wow, British Defence, you are really well connected. Any merch opportunities? Whatever happens, it's 9:32 a.m. for me. Wow, Jerry. So really early. It's 5:33 here now. So yeah, you're well behind me in time. You're in the past. I'm in the future. So we're just over the hour and a half. Not a big live stream today. Kind of, I I was really excited for it with all the terms, and then when I started doing it, I was like, "Ooh, that's a bit flat." Sir, I'm a little bit confused about rather. Oh well, let me pull up my notes on rather because it is a difficult one. It's used to indicate one's preference in a particular matter. Would you like some wine or would you rather stick to sherry? We also use it in certain or significant extent or agree. She's been behaving rather strangely. Something rather. So we use it to indicate a preference. Do you want oranges or would you rather an apple? Or you can say it, you can use it to kind of signify an extent of something. She's rather good. It means she's pretty good. She's a pretty good person. Or he's rather nasty. Pretty nasty person. And well, the past, what's the future looking, Jar? The future is looking tired, and the future in Dublin is sunny. So I hope that foretells good. The lottery numbers are at 9:33 p.m. in your country. Yeah, so we're all across the world, aren't we? Like, don't like, rather not. Like, don't like, rather not. There we go. Thank you so much, sir. You're very welcome, Stephen. Jared, do you know how to swim? Yes, I do know how to swim. I don't do it very often, but I do enjoy a good swim. I like to swim in the sea. I don't like chlorine. My eyes just go really sore and painful. I love swimming in the sea, the Mediterranean Sea, preferably. Sir, where are you from? So the Shamrocks might tell you I'm in Ireland, in Dublin, in my home country, in my house. So yeah. So guys, I think that's it for today. I've had a really good time. I was really excited about the quiz. It was a bit flat, I'm not gonna lie. So tomorrow we're gonna do some geography. What else are we gonna do tomorrow? We'll do geography. Was there any other suggestions? I'm sorry, I'm getting tired now. Did you ever do organized sports? No. Have you seen my body? I wish I could swim. I still have to yet to know, but I would rather not. I'll just dip my feet into the water. Oh, you should learn how to swim. It's a great skill, for safety alone, and it's great fun. I love a good swim. Stabworthy's offering you to teach you to swim there, Jerry. So guys, thank you so much for joining. Thank you for sticking it out with me. Sorry if the topic wasn't to your flavor, but tomorrow we're back with geography terms. And yeah, I might dispense with the images for a while and maybe go back to just typing into chat or whatever. I just want to get these lives doing much better. I got my A levels on Irish geography. Very good, very good. Irish geography is not my strong point. You can't teach me over the internet and text. I can try. I can try. So make sure and check out the channel, guys. Brand new video coming in the next day or two. It'll be coming early for student members. If you want to join student membership and get the PDF guide for the lesson, just jump on to the description. All the links are there. My last video was on... I can't remember. This is what happens when you have 400 videos. My last video, yes, was dermatology. I also have done legal English for lawyers, radiology, neurology, and budgeting. They're my last couple of videos. Usually get out one a week. All come with a PDF guide. PDF is available to student members, $4.99 a month, and you can pick up all my guides in my YouTube store as well. So everyone's jumping off and leaving, so I'm going to leave too. Thank you for everyone that participated today in the quiz. If you're watching back, make sure to like and comment. Jump in with your answers. And yeah, I'll see you all tomorrow at 4 p.m. I have someone else. Pointless me going as a student bro, as better as a teacher. Very true. You can become a fan tier, and that's the first tier. It's only $1.99 a month if you want to support. Starworthy, I love today's game. Describe the pictures, but as popular movies and games, etc., Lord of the Rings would be a good one. Like that person earlier said, and I don't even read the books or watch the films. Yeah, I know, it's hard. I thought this one might go better, but I mean, it's not just, I don't get disappointed, like it just, everything is learning and trying things out. And I'm doing this nearly every day. So there's going to be episodes where no one watches. There's going to be episodes where it just jumps. So it's just about sticking it out, really. See you after, bro. Yeah, thanks so much, British Defence League, for today. Bye, Jerry. Thank you so much. Have a great day. And yeah, Stephen, sure, do you celebrate Halloween? Like, my culture does, but I don't. I don't really do anything. Um, I don't think I'm dressing up this year. All my friends have other plans, so I probably won't be going out. Okay, tired now. Time to go, and lots of work to do. Hi Zoe, thanks for coming back. I'm just finishing. I'm literally just about to finish. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna have a cup of tea, chill out, have some dinner, and play some Minecraft. I have lots of work to do in Minecraft as well. My life is endless. Sorry for cutting you off, Zoe. You can always watch back later. Thank you. We try to watch you every day. Thank you, Stabworthy. I know. I really, really, really appreciate it. It's really nice to be able to come on and talk to everybody so regularly, and you're such a great contributor. Bye, Stephen. Thank you so much. I couldn't join because of health study. Oh, I'm sorry, Zoe, but you can watch back on as soon as I end the live. It will probably be up on the page to watch back. So everyone, have a great Sunday. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow around 4 p.m. Irish time for lots of quiz. Hopefully a more successful one than today. Okay, take care and bye. Bye, Zoe.